Welcome to Two Ole Farts. I'm just gonna take you through just a little gameplay here to show you the effectiveness of this, then we'll go over the build, okay? So just sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll talk to you in a bit. That's bread, that is crazy. Welcome to Two Ole Farts. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay so far. We're going to jump into that build there and show you how all of that works. As far as the modules are concerned, we're using the Descendant mod Proliferating Algae. Basically, it's an explosive reaction, dealing damage to nearby enemies when the effect ends or the enemy dies. It inflicts the same effect to nearby enemies when the enemy dies, so it's just a spread. Different to Freyna, it's much faster in terms of how it operates, as you saw in the video there, but it is similar in other ways. Right? So the thing that we're working on here is Yujin's second ability, so proliferating algae. And so what we want is to be able to use this repeatedly because we throw it at and this is just a tip, throw it at the weakest enemy, kill the weakest enemy, kills everything around them. So that's what we're using here is that second ability, and we're spamming it. So we want to be able to use it as much as possible. So we need it on a good cooldown, and we need to have good range. That's really our primary focus. So Nimble Fingers obviously is going to give us a 25.6% reduction in cooldown time, and then we can get another further 36.5% reduction by using MP conversion. We do take a little bit of a hit to max MP, but as you saw in the video there, it didn't really make any difference. As far as giving us more range, we're using skill expansion. This gives us 92.3% increase in the range, and then we're also using amplification control, which gives us another plus 51.7% increase, in addition to buffing our max shield, which is going to actually end up buffing our health, which is going to be important for another mod that we're going to talk about here in a second. We're using non-attribute amplification. This gives us an additional skill power bonus of plus 65.4%. It does take a penalty of a skill critical hit damage of negative 140%, but his critical hit rate is about 5% naturally, so, or is exactly 5% naturally, so that's not something that we're going to spec into or try and buff because it's just too low. Technique manual is another cornerstone of this build. Landing a skill attack deals 46% of your own max HP as additional damage to the target. Cooldown 8 seconds against the same target. So essentially what this is telling us is if we can get our HP up, we'll get more damage. So we are going to spec heavily into HP. The way we're going to do that is we're going to take on overwhelming HP, which is going to reduce our shield to 1 and increase our max HP by 19.8% of our max shield. So we will spec a bit into our shield, try and buff that a little bit, but not crazy, because I've just noticed that working on getting max HP is more important in this particular case. So our increased HP, we're going to use that for 218.5% max HP, in addition to increased shield, which is going to give us plus 151.9%, and will apply to the overwhelming HP mod. So that's important. We're using MP collector to make sure that we can continue to spam that second ability, and certainly it's very effective. You can see we were never starved for MP at any point. We're always able to use our skills. All right. So this is the build, and that in terms of the mods, let's talk about some of the other elements like the reactor, for instance. So for the reactors, we have a materialized singular reactor because he is a singularity, or this is a singularity skill. His other skills are fusion. We are using Disastra's Devotion here to make sure that we one-shot most of the smaller enemies, or at least two-shot them. This will give us the ability to quickly spread that ability over to the other enemies, which you saw is very effective. The non-attribute singular mount with a skill effect range and skill cooldown, so just lets us again spam that more and get more damage further out. So we've maxed our range out. You've got 250% max range. Normal range is 4, so that puts you at 10. So we're certainly able to get 10 meters out of that, so that's pretty effective. I struggled with this next part. The the components are a bit of a pickle for this one because you're not really benefiting from, range wouldn't benefit you. Duration doesn't really benefit you because it's kind of instantaneous. So the main thing here to focus on is HP. So you want to go with something that has max HP rolled automatically, and then get another HP roll on there. These aren't perfect, and certainly I'm not using an assault rifle or submachine gun, but you could. HP recovery mod is important. We'd rather have MP recovery on here of some sort. Same with the memory. We'd rather have MP recovery and some type of health recovery, HP recovery, but fortunately I don't have that role. But defense is not a harmful thing, so if you're going to get something other than HP on here or MP, then defense would be good. And as far as the Slayer, again, we're just going for that max HP. The item acquisition and equipment drop are nice, but they're not really affecting this build, and really nothing would. Your shield won't help you, so there's really not a good roll on this, but for you to be looking for. So, but general rounds capacity is good when we go to our second gun, Enduring Legacy, and we'll talk about the guns next. So we are using Desestras, as I said before, so we can quick shot everything. The build here is pretty straightforward. We're working on the standard action, reaction, rifling, reinforcement, and then specking into critical hit rate, critical hit damage. I believe this is probably a dry bear copy, to be honest with you. I don't try and reinvent the wheel very often. So that is the Desestras, and then as far as Enduring Legacy, the same thing. You're just really focusing on critical hit rate and critical hit damage for the most part. And then whatever damage type that you want to pick. You know, fire is probably the better call with this particular weapon, so I'd say you go with trying to spec into a fire enhancement, since this buffs the way the gun responds anyway, so this would be your focus. So that is it for the build. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.